Hey YouTube, I'm going to Costa Rica for 72 hours, going to the land of Pura Vida. Vámonos! Directly from the San Jose International Airport, I'm heading straight to La Fortuna by shuttle bus. The meetup spot is right outside the airport in front of Deli Malinche, which as a heads up is a very common meetup spot to go to other parts of Costa Rica. Get here early and you can chill like me with a latte and Justin Bieber in the background. The drive to La Fortuna is a good 3 to 3.5 hours, and our driver made a quick bathroom pit stop along the way. You also get to take in these nice views, so definitely a plus. Once I arrived, I was kindly greeted by staff here. Check-in process was a breeze, and they did ask me to wash my hands before entering the resort. I was welcomed with, lack of a better term, a welcome drink, which choices are either orange juice, guava juice, or their house cocktail. So of course, I went for the alcoholic drink. Since my room wasn't quite ready yet, I went to the bar and got a very tropical drink, all while enjoying this nice volcano view. And yes, wow is how I would describe this. I also got a light snack at the resort's restaurant. And you know, for resort food, this quesadilla wasn't that bad. As you can expect with the current situation, everything here is a la carte as opposed to all-inclusive. But hey, this view is not too shabby. And my room is finally ready, so let's go and check it out. Alright guys, moment of truth. This is my room. Oh wow, look at this. I like this kind of color scheme. Some red and wood going on. There's 2 beds here. Here's a TV. Here you can enjoy your cup of coffee in the morning while you look out at this really awesome volcano view. Let's go ahead and go outside and take a look. Sliding door. Oh yes. Look at all this greenery, it's just so amazing. Very lush. Look at this volcano. Oh my god, just waking up with this view. Amazing. Then there's also one more surprise in this room. Not so much of this, but that's good to know. Well, they do have coffee, so that's good. But it's actually this. This is a jacuzzi. It's currently on. Let's go ahead and flip this. Oh yes. Oh my god, look at that. So yes, next I had to undergo some COVID testing so I can return to the States. Lab technicians came on site, which was very convenient, and I knew about them from the resort. It was a steep $160, but YOLO, so whatever. I will say they were a lot more thorough than the COVID test I had in the States. They did a mouth swab and a nasal swab that went in fairly deep. Not the most enjoyable experience, but it got me the negative test result. And now time for dinner at the resort restaurant. Looking at the menu, it's more or less typical American fanfare, which can be a good thing if that's what you're looking for. In the Fortuna at night though, there was quite a bit of lightning, and when you capture on video, it's actually very cool. I ended up getting their tomahawk steak special, which came with sauteed mushrooms that were on the sweeter side, interestingly. Great meal overall, and that's a wrap for my first night here. Morning YouTube, just waking up to this amazing view. You can see behind me, there's a volcano. This is so awesome. And to continue that awesomeness, I'm up to get breakfast at the resort. You get this picturesque volcano view while you eat, which I'll never get tired of. Your choices are pretty much the Costa Rican or the American breakfast, and convince the staff to give me one of each. Each breakfast comes with coffee, fresh squeezed OJ, and a plate of fresh fruit. For the American breakfast, it's a typical egg, sausage, hash browns, and toast. Nothing special there, but for the Costa Rican one, there were eggs. I chose scrambled, this really well-seasoned rice, plantains, and this tofu thing that looks like cheese. Honestly, I still don't know what it was, but it was all really good. After having some breakfast, off now to do some zip lining. So I've done zip lining before in Guatemala, so I wasn't expecting to do it again in Costa Rica, but I ended up making this last minute booking anyway because, well, why not? After coming to pick me up, the tour company went to pick up other US tourists, and then we went to the site, which was about a 20-minute drive from the resort. First, when you arrive, they give you this mini tutorial. Then they strap you on with all these harnesses so your ass doesn't fall into the greenery below. Okay, all strapped up and gonna go soon. First, they have you do a tutorial course just so you can get the hang of things, no pun intended. Then you'll do the real course and go in turns with the people in your group. It was very cool. The velocity was not bad as you got to see all the greenery around you and below you. And you of course got to see that iconic volcano view. Hey, just finished the course. It was a good maybe like dozen or so. So that was, it was worth the money. It was about $50. If you do it at the Tarzan Spring, it's an extra 20 or 25. But at the end, they give you a free drink. Of course, you go for the beer. Cheers. After ziplining, I decided to go to downtown La Fortuna for some lunch. It was definitely refreshing to see people here, both locals and tourists, because at the resort, it's very isolated. The place was packed, so you know that it's good. It was also very hot on this July day. I came to this place for some of their famous roasted chicken. Now, the dish came with sides, as you can see here. One of them being like this banana ceviche. More on that later. Ugh. But the plantains were solid, and the main character of the chicken was juicy and delicious. Hey guys, that's some really good roast chicken. So that place is called this, because I don't remember it right now. But how I found it, I just found it on the map and just told the taxi driver to take me there. So it was really good, definitely got the roast chicken. For the banana ceviche, skip it. It tastes like garbage. Next, I walked around downtown. Reminds me a little bit of Antigua in Guatemala. So I stopped by Don Rufino, which is more of a fine dining restaurant. But instead of a meal, I came here for a drink. You can see it's a pretty posh interior, and the prices are definitely higher than the other places here. And I would say in general that the pricing is not that much different than those in the US. But hey, if this is your jam, then by all means stop by here. I then went back to the resort and just enjoyed some R&R for the rest of my day. So lounged by the pool, went into their hot springs, and last but not least, enjoyed the hot tub in the resort room and my awesome view. Hey guys, back in my resort room. So instead of getting dinner at the resort like I did yesterday, I just decided to buy some things at the supermarket in downtown La Fortuna. And so I'm just gonna have that as my dinner, because that's just how I roll. And that's a wrap for my time here in La Fortuna. Took the shuttle bus just like when I came to this resort, except this time my driver hauled ass. Instead of taking 3 to 4 hours, he got me to the city center of San Jose in 2.5. So that just means more exploring for me. For my general thoughts on San Jose, it's what you expect for a large-ish Latin American city, which as a personal opinion, let's just say I'm glad that I was only here for a day. You got your typical churches, cafes, restaurants, museums. I went to the Pre-Columbian Gold one, a craft market for souvenirs, and surprisingly, there's a Chinatown here. The rest of the video are just highlights from my time in San Jose. And you remember that banana ceviche in La Fortuna? Well, it made a comeback in San Jose. When you're in Costa Rica, I gotta get some churros. Definitely can taste that cinnamon sugar. Has a nice crunch to it. And it's fairly warm, but not too hot. Hey, if you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please subscribe and hit the bell so you get a notification every time I upload new content. Until the next video,